1, go!
Hey guys, Mega Man NG here, and this is a channel update. I don't need to tell the date because you can already figure it out from here. Now, this one's going to be a rather long update because I do have a lot to say. And I already covered the details of it in like different categories. And if you're wondering what footage you're seeing right now, well, it's basically footage from Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Wii U. And it's just showing off me playing the first few matches using Mewtwo. Which I still play, by the way. I still play with Mewtwo whenever I get a chance. And I kick butt and take names. If you guys want to see me do replays of it where I show off Mewtwo or live for glory matches, let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do. Anyway, let's get started. As you guys already know, since a few days ago, I have already completed the first of the Ace Attorney Trilogy. However, the question still remains, am I going to cover the rest? I do plan to, but not right away. The reason being is that I'm putting it on hiatus. I'm putting it on hiatus for two specific reasons. Reason number one, lack of fan interaction and viewership. I was hoping that people would look forward to me doing it all over again. However, as time went on, the interest sort of gotten more and less downhill. It gotten bad. So made worse by the fact that the less people got interested, people tell me that it was boring. They didn't like me doing it, so I can't blame them. It's just that I felt forced to do it because Ace Attorney was what got my channel booming in the first place. And to this day, people still watch it. And I'm not getting as much feedback, especially with all the changes YouTube has made. So I've decided to give it a hiatus until there is a demand for it again. And when there is a demand for it again, I will be covering it. But to those who have commented on every single Ace Attorney Trilogy video that I have done, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart because you guys really mean a lot. And it shows that you guys do care. That to me is more than enough. It's better than getting nothing at all. So for that, I thank you. That doesn't mean the series is canceled. It's just that I'm going to give it a little break for a while. And speaking of which, I have a lot of upcoming projects that I plan on doing in the coming days. Including around the summer where there's going to be like not much game releases, but I want to focus on like doing like interesting things. Like for example, fighting games, which ever since I did the video of Jason Voorhees and MKX, a lot of people liked it. A lot of people really liked it, and for that, it's now going to tell me right off the bat that I think I have what I need for the rest of the summer. So I decided that the next few weeks, there's going to be all fighting game related stuff. Such as Mortal Kombat X, I will be covering the story mode first. Then I will be covering the classic tower mode with every character, including the upcoming DLC characters such as the Predator, Tanya, and Tremor. I already covered Jason Voorhees, but I'll make sure to cover every other character. It's not that long since like 20-30 minutes of video, and plus you get to see a good showcase of what every character is about. I know that a lot of other YouTubers have already done that, but I'm going to be doing my own take on it, and I'm going to have fun doing it. That to me is more than enough, right? Oh, and yeah, it's all going to be commentated, because I really want to see, like, how do I put this? Have you hear my reactions on what happens during the game. It's a fun thing, and I like it. And the motivation behind it is because that YouTubers like Maximilian, who do fighting games, convinced me enough to try it out. And I already did with SkullGirls Encore and Ultra Street Fighter 4. Which were really successful. Yeah. But yeah, I have a lot of other things to do. Oh yeah, speaking of fighting games, I'm also doing Blazblue Chronophantasma Extend. Now, the weird thing is that there's going to be two specific versions. There's going to be one for the PlayStation 3, and there's one for the PS4. What I do know is that they made a lot of changes to the game, and they're adding new characters, new bits for the story mode, and I believe they're adding Remix Hard. Yeah, there's actually going to be a Remix Hard Tour story mode bit where we actually get to see the events occurring during the prequel manga. Not to mention, there's 8 additional gag reels for some of the characters, like Relius, Amane, Bullet, Azrael, even Yuki Terumi gets one, and I'm looking forward to that. And I really am looking forward to playing Chronophantasma Extend. The only difference here is that I'm not going to be all chatty when I do the story mode. If you guys want me to do the story mode again, I will. It's just that I haven't decided what version, the PS3 or the PS4. Let me know in the comments because I hope to hear from you. And yes, I promise you this, I will be less chatty during the story mode and you guys can hear what's going on. because a lot of people didn't like me doing the story mode because they considered me annoying. But I'm going to change that, believe me. I really am. Oh, and speaking of which, I'm also going to be doing the new characters. I'm not going to be doing the others because I've already done them all in Chronophantasma. I'm only doing it for the 2 new characters, Celica and Lambda 11. So look forward to that because it's going to be coming out at the end of June, and I will be covering it for sure. And speaking of other fighting games, there's also the matter of SkullGirls Encore. Yes, the Beowulf episode has been very well received, and it still is to this day. But there is the matter of the fact that SkullGirls' second Encore is coming. It's going to have, I don't know if there's a release date for it yet, but I'm hoping that when a release date does come, I will be covering it. The only difference between second Encore and the first Encore is simple. Because the second Encore, there's actually going to be voice acting. Voice acting for all the cast. And you guys know in the first Encore, I did voice work because there wasn't any. But hopefully now with this, I'm looking forward to that. And there's also going to be the matter of Robo Fortune, which is the last character in SkullGirls Encore. And when it does come out, I will be covering it. Unless you guys want me to cover the new one in second Encore, or I can keep it separate. Either way, I want to hear what you guys think of it. This is just some of the games that I want to do. There are a lot of others like Legend of K, which I really am excited for. It's coming out for the Wii U. There's a lot of games I want to cover, a lot of games I want to do, and I hope you guys are interested in it because I want to make this be better than last year, because last year we didn't really do much. Especially since during the August I did Layton vs. Ace Attorney, and I did finish it. And I'm hoping this year can be better, despite the troubles that I've already had. Now comes the matter of my Twitter account, which I've closed on April 22nd. Well, the answer is simple. I'm not coming back to Twitter, and I have 2 legal reasons why. The first reason being is because of the fact that Twitter has done a piss-poor job at dealing with stuff like spam and bullying. In a sense, they don't really bother it as much. They don't really deal with that sort of situation. Even when a person is threatening you and your family and Twitter does absolutely nothing about it, that is despicable and disgusting. It's one of the reasons why a developer at NetherRealm had to close his Twitter account because some people were threatening him and his family. That's messed up. And it can happen to anyone. And that to me is just really bad. And it shows that Twitter has failed in protecting its users from people that like to harass, which I have become harassed by. And it's happened to me over the past few months. It got to the point where it got so bad I had to close my Twitter account. Now, I don't know if I plan on going back because the truth is, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to Twitter because Twitter is just a really horrible place, a really horrible website despite the fact that many people like it. I do not for its security reasons. And the second being is because of all the spam botting and accusations that came about. Because when the spam botting happened, several people thought that I did it, when clearly they should have known that I was basically in the middle of it all. It got so bad that, like I said, I had to close my Twitter account. And I don't know if I should go back. I really don't. So for now, my Twitter account is going to remain closed. I don't care if it gets permanently deleted because I feel Twitter is not a place for me. I may lose a portion of my fan base, but it's better than having to be dealing with people, especially one person specifically, harassing me, spam botting me. It's something I don't tolerate. And if I ever do meet that person, he better pray for his life that I don't let him live. Personally, I would see to it he ends up in a hospital bed or worse. Sorry about the negativity, it's just that all the frustration I've had has driven me to a point where I'm burned out. I really am burned out. I will be discussing about it in the end part of the update. Now comes the next part. Birth by Sleep Final Mix is finally going to come to a close. I really mean it. It's high time I finally put an end to it, because I will be finishing it. I just need to get to work on the last few episodes of Birth by Sleep Final Mix, which is basically going to be covering all of the Mirage Arena, including the optional stuff, such as Monstro, Armor of Ericus, and No Heart. It's going to be the ultimate test of skill, and I'm doing it with Aqua because doing it 3 times in a row is a pain in the butt. The only exception being was Vanitas Remnant. I had to do it 3 times in a row for a specific reason, to show you 3 different ways on how he can be dealt with. Some of them are easy, others are not. But I know you guys are going to enjoy it all the same. And hopefully once I finish Birth by Sleep Final Mix, that's it. I won't be doing any more Kingdom Hearts until Kingdom Hearts 3 is released, which from what I heard is next year. But with the passing of Leonard Nimoy and Chikao Osuka, who are both the voices for Master Xehanort, I'm beginning to wonder if there will we ever see a Master Xehanort in Kingdom Hearts 3. I want to see Master Xehanort in Kingdom Hearts 3 because this is the final game of the Xehanort saga. And a lot of us are really hyped for it. We're hyped for almost a decade. But now, with Kingdom Hearts 3 hopefully finalized by then, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. And I know you guys are too. And last but not least is something that I need to get off my chest. A rant on everything that has happened to me over the past few weeks. And over the past few weeks, I have been dealt with nothing but hate, ridicule, and outright bullying. It's just messed up. It really is messed up because I haven't done anything horrible to anybody. I'm not a bad person is what people think. It's just that sometimes people think of me the wrong way. And I've burned bridges with a lot of people. But the point is that there is somebody out there who's trying to make my time on the internet a living hell. And this has gotten so bad to the point where I've been burned out, physically and mentally. And I really don't know if I'm going to keep at it. I should mention to you guys that I suffer from chronic depression. And I don't want to mention this, but yeah, there was a suicide attempt that happened recently. I know I don't want to talk about this because I don't want people to think I'm demanding for attention right now, but this is serious. Because it really did happen to me. It got so bad that I had to end up in a hospital for a while. It was just really, really, really depressing. It really is. The fact that sometimes YouTube takes its toll on people is just, it could affect you in a lot of ways. Especially if you're not as big as some of the other well-known. Especially when you're not as big. Which, to be honest, I'm not as big despite having almost 23,000 subscribers. Subscriptions are just numbers. They don't mean anything nowadays. Unless you have a strong viewership and fan base, you're not going to get far. And I've been doing this for almost a decade. 8 years. Almost 9 years. And I'm at the point where I just want to say I quit. Because I feel that YouTube isn't for me. I'm still looking for a job that I'm hoping that I can be able to support myself with. And if I do get a job, I'm kissing this YouTube channel goodbye. Because in my 9 years of being on this website, I have learned that greed triumphs over everything. When you're bigger, you become a completely different person, and you ignore the people that supported you since the beginning. And you think of them as nothing but insignificant. Which is what I've learned the hard way with many people. Which is the reason I don't collab as much with others, because I feel that no matter who they are, they'll just backstab you in the next instant. And this has happened to me numerous times. It's not a laughing matter. Also keeping in mind of the amount of issues that I had to deal with YouTube, such as subscriber burn. For those who are not in the know, subscriber burn is basically an algorithm that if you're not watching a certain YouTuber's videos for a select period of time, YouTube will think that you're not interested in them anymore, and they will remove that user from your subscription box. This is the reason why many YouTubers suffered a decline in viewership. And yeah, it has to do with the fact that some people, especially myself, they upload every single day. I upload consistently every day. I always am consistent with my content, and I continue to do so. But I had no idea that it would ultimately contribute to my channel suffering big time. Not to mention, recently there has been an issue with frozen views, where YouTube video views would be frozen when you're watching the video and you see the views like a day or two later and they're not updated. That's a problem. But when you check your analytics, that's a different story, as you already have the views. It already shows you how much views you actually have. I feel personally, since Google owns YouTube, they're just going to keep driving the website with adding more and more things that people don't want, and they're just doing it at the expense of its user base. And the bigger people, they don't have to worry about it. They just continue to get more and more successful while we smaller people suffer. And yeah, I'm pretty outspoken about all this because my channel, despite me not being the biggest out there, I still continue to express my feelings on the website, its users, and specific people. I do that a lot. Because yeah, I burn bridges with people, so what? I'm a crazy nut. I'm just human. There's nothing wrong with that. And I feel personally that if things continue as they are, it's going to be a place where big people win everything and the smaller lose everything. Similar to how Arc 5 is with the Synchro Dimension, with the tops and the commons. Yes, I watch Arc 5 to let you know. I could just go on and on about this, but I decided no. I'm already too burned out as it is, and even as we speak, I am burned out, which is why you don't see me upload as much. I will be uploading again, just not for a while, because right now I need to cool off. That's it for this update. I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the Smash Brothers footage, if there is any left, and I hope to hear from you guys. If you enjoy it, hit the like button. If not, just tell me why, and I'll see what I can do. That's about it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace out.
Stand straight and try to keep your hips aligned with your body. Now, return to your original position. Watch the flow of my movements as I demonstrate. Keep your hands and heels on the floor. Hold this pose for 30 to 40 seconds. Now, return to your original position. Watch the flow of my movements as I demonstrate. While exhaling, bend forward and touch your toes with both hands. Return to your original position. Watch the flow of my movements as I demonstrate. Keep training and working on yourselves.
Game! The winner is